Hey, what's up, guys? So it's been a couple of days now since Capcom revealed that giant announcement that we'll be getting additional characters, additional stages, and of course, one last final Season V coming to Street Fighter V for that last hurrah for the game. So really excited about that, and of course, you guys have been speculating and listing your favorite characters you would love to see. And for all the years that we've been waiting for the game, this is our last chance to get those characters in that slot. And I think by now you guys are craving those leaks and rumors and whatever info we have on who those five characters could possibly be. This video is going to talk about the strongest information that I think that we have right now. If you guys don't fully trust the leakers and the rumor mill. So let me first catch you guys all up. If you guys have been not paying attention to it for the last couple of years here, I'm going to talk about the names that we keep hearing, and then I'll list this crazy tarot card thing. So, anyways, Rose is a name that we keep hearing all the time. We've been hearing about Rose every single season, it seems like. Actually, even after Menot. And supposedly, Capcom has finished Rose a long time ago. Apparently, she has her V Skill 1 and 2 finished, her V Trigger 2 finished. And I don't know, Capcom either decided to cancel her or they were just waiting for this moment if they had this plan the entire time. Oral was another character that was supposed to come out actually this season. This is according to the same people that leaked that Poison, Lucia, and Honda were coming to the game. So it's pretty reliable information. So we don't really know what Capcom is doing with these characters. And then Sea Viper is another name that we just keep hearing coming up to the game over and over again. And of course, Makoto is another really good guess because she is one of the most requested characters left to come in the game. She's number 2 on the character popularity poll. So these are the 4 names that I hear cycling a lot. I guess Sonam is as well. Even though we don't really hear about Sonam, it just seems like an easy choice from Capcom because we know he was a canceled character. It was either him or Birdie, and then Capcom decided Birdie overall. So with that being said, let's talk about the strongest information we have right now. This is not necessarily a leak. It's not necessarily a rumor. This is actually way out in the open, but I feel like it's just so obvious and ham-fisted that it's just it seems like it's in the bag, honestly. And on top of that, I mean, if it's not, then it's a purpose red herring by Capcom, or it just I don't know. Capcom was hoping that nobody would notice or something, and they messed up. But it's strange. So what I'm talking about is this tarot card set that came from the Japanese version of 30th Anniversary. I think it was called 30th Anniversary International. In case you guys don't know, the Japanese 30th Anniversary of Street Fighter was severely delayed. It came out months after it came out in North America. And it was actually a little different too. I think it had different titles in it too. I know it had the Street Fighter Zero series instead of Alpha. And it had different collector's editions that came with it. And one of them was this giant box set that came with a tarot card pack. I think it was like 23 tarot cards, all featuring Street Fighter characters and accurate representation of tarot cards. And it was expensive too. It was like 220 bones or something like that. But anyways, this tarot card set was really, really nice. It's really hard to find high-res scans of these cards. But if you see them, the art on it is beautiful. And actually, they do represent the tarot cards really accurately. They chose the right characters for the right words. For example, like Sagat is death. And G is the fool. And actually, if you guys remember from G's story mode, when you complete a story, it actually shows that tarot card, the G fool, or that Minot shows actually. If you guys understand tarot cards, I mean, I personally don't, but if you do, I'm sure you guys will agree that they chose a pretty good representation for every single character. Ryu's the world, and I think Bison's judgment. Anyways, with that being said, the strange part about these cards is that if you look at all the characters in these cards, there's actually certain characters that are not in Street Fighter V that are on these cards. In fact, there are 5 characters, 5 tarot cards that are not in the game yet. And these characters are Rose, Sea Viper, Oral, Rolento, and Elena. And it's coincidence because Capcom says they're going to reveal 5 more characters in the game. And there's only 5 tarot cards of characters that are not in the game yet, that are in that pack. And it just seems so obvious that this is a gigantic hint that these characters are in the game. Because I truly believe that Capcom didn't just, choose these characters, boom, out of thin air. I'm sure they've been working on it for a very, very long time, right? So I'll just show the timeline for you guys, just so you have a better understanding, because this tarot card thing could be confusing if you guys haven't been keeping up with the news. But G was shown uh, at Capcom Cup 2017 on December 10th. If you guys don't remember, that he was shown, not his gameplay, but if you guys remember that giant, awesome Season 3 trailer that showed Sakura, Blanca, Minot, Falk, G, Sagat. It showed all those characters. We just didn't know what they did at that time. Then you fast forward, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary came out on May 29th, 2018. And then G was finally shown his gameplay at EVO 2018 on August 5th. That was when they showed the G and Sagat gameplay trailers there. Then after all of that, on October 25th, 2018, that's when the 30th Anniversary International version came out. And that's when that tarot card system came out. So tarot cards came out. So that was like right when G was, released, because that was he was released the day after the EVO gameplay, right, with Sagat. And then so he was already in the game by that point. So really, really interesting. I wonder what you guys think about this. I would, like I said, it seems so clear to me that Capcom was already prepping these characters before. And like I said, maybe they didn't intend this to be a hint. Maybe these characters were actually canceled, and they weren't going to ever release these characters. But with the pandemic or whatever, maybe Capcom just decided to finish them up. And they just happened to show them in those cards at that point, right? And if it's not, like I said, it's a red herring for sure. So with that being said, let's talk about a few things with these 5 characters being revealed. So I'm sure some of these characters will make you salty, and some of these characters will seem obvious. Because like I said, Rose, C. Viper, and Oral are names that we just keep hearing over and over and over again, and it just seems so obvious because they're the part of these tarot cards as well, right? So first, let's talk about No Makoto. No Makoto. So why would Capcom not put Makoto in the game when she's number 2 on the character popularity poll? The biggest thing I can think of is maybe they were saving her for Street Fighter 6, right? She's a big name. She's a really popular character. They would want a strong Street Fighter 6 character lineup on launch, and maybe Makoto might be one of those big ones that would get. I know a lot of people that are like, man, I don't want to play Street Fighter 5 because I want to play Makoto. She's a very, very popular character. So maybe Capcom is just saving that card, right? Rather than just releasing her now and then releasing her again in Street Fighter 6. That's one thing. And, another thing too is maybe Capcom maybe she just doesn't suit the playstyle that Capcom wants for that final roster. Maybe we have enough grapplers, right? I mean, Makoto's not necessarily a grappler, but I mean, another character that will dash full screen and command grab you, touch a dead. I don't know, maybe Capcom showing some restraint on that. Now, I'm not saying this tarot card thing is 100% certain, so if you guys are, salty that Makoto's not in the game, but I think it's very, very strong. The strongest information that we have right now. Besides Makoto, okay, let's talk about the 5 character choices. Let's start with Rose. So Rose, I think, will be a great choice. Super popular character, ties into the story of the game as well. And I think Capcom did a pretty good job future-proofing her with Minot's design by keeping Minot fairly different than Rose. Of course, Minot has like Soul Throw and Reflect with her V skill, but it still leaves a lot of room for Rose to be her own character. I'm sure they're going to change her a little bit if she's revealed in the game. I'm sure they'll change how she looks. She might still have, Soul Satellite V-Trigger, right? She might still have that, and she'll have, a traditional projectile, unlike Minot, who places the orb. So I'm interested to see Rose, I think, would be a great choice for the game. Second would be C. Viper. C. Viper would be the best Street Fighter 4 character choice besides Gouken. I think either Rose or Gouken would be the 2 good choices for the game. I mean, more Shotos the better when it comes to character popularity when I see the characters that people like to play. But C. Viper, I hope they make her a technical character. I hope she's difficult to play. I hope she still has feint cancels, and I hope they keep that intact with the character. I really like how they designed Sagat, where they had the Kara cancels for him and made it part of his B&Bs. I hope something is similar to Rose as well. I mean, she could be pretty obnoxious with her burn kick, cross-ups and stuff, but I think if she has her super jump in the game, because we don't have a super jump character yet, like a down-up motion, I think C. Viper would be a good spot for the game. Her V-triggers would probably obviously be one V-trigger would buff up her fire attacks, her burn kick stuff, and the other one would be her thunder knuckles, right? The lightning attacks. Probably. I wonder if she would have focus attack. That'd be kind of cool. They have focus attack for her in Marvel 3. So C. Viper is pretty popular. We've seen her a couple of times. Okay, next character we should talk about is Oral. Oral is a great choice for a Street Fighter 3 character. One, he ties well into the story, right? Because we're leading into Street Fighter 3. And Oral is a pretty unique character, right? We have some semi-charge moves. He might have some loops. with the chicken wing loops, and he has some really cool looking supers that I think would go well in Street Fighter V animation wise. So I think Oro will be a great, unique character that stands out a lot compared to other Street Fighter 3 characters that we've already seen before in Street Fighter 4, etc. I know a lot of you guys really like Dudley, but we've seen Dudley before, and we want to see someone we haven't seen in a long time. I think that'd be always a good choice. Either that, or we'd see Oro in Street Fighter 6, of course. Okay, so let's talk about Rolento now. So Rolento, this will cause some controversy. Rolento is pretty annoying for a lot of people to play against. Rolento's popular too, and Rolento, I feel like he's just been in too many games now, man. We've seen Rolento, man, all the way from CVS 2, right? CVS 2, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Street Fighter 4. We've seen him so many times now, and he's usually a pretty strong character in all those games, actually, now that I think about it. But at the same time, he's a Rekka character, and I like Rekkas, so I would welcome Rolento if he had Rekkas. Function-wise, he would fit into Street Fighter V. I mean, he's going to be jumping off walls. He's got the pogo stick, right? And maybe that's why like Falk was designed that way. They don't want to make her too similar to Rolento. I'm not sure. But hopefully Rolento is not just jabbing you to death with like a detached hitbox and then knife throwing you constantly and then doing tripwire. I don't know. We'll see. But damn, Nemo's getting lucky. Hey, he gets like so many fun characters he gets to play. Urien, Rolento, and Gil. Damn, man. Nemo's so lucky. Finally, I think the character that will cause the most controversy is Elena. If Elena is revealed to be one of the 5 characters and Makoto is not, damn, people are going to be salty. Whew. Elena instead of Makoto? Damn. So Elena is a pretty hated character, but that's mostly because of Street Fighter 4, because of the whole healing, kiting style that she plays. I don't think Elena will be anything like Street Fighter 4 Elena and Street Fighter 5. I think they'll completely rework the character on how she is supposed to be played. I don't even think she'll get healing at all, to be honest. I think she'll still be that capoeira, like high-low mix-up kind of character. Maybe super, long limb, high-low character. But I don't think she will play like she will in Street Fighter 4. I think Capcom is well aware of how much people hate that character, and they definitely want to make up for it. It's strange that Capcom would choose Elena, even if they were working on her before, why they felt like she would be the character to add. But maybe with her design, it would shed some light, and we'd find out why. But I know there's some Elena players out there, so we'll see. She's got a cool stage theme. Maybe her stage might be one of the stages that will come to the game. I think Rose would have an awesome stage. And maybe Oro as well. So those are the 5 characters, and once again, like I said, if Makoto was on one of these 5 characters on those tarot cards, I'd become 100% sold that these will be the 5 characters coming to the game. The only thing that throws me off is Makoto and why Elena is chosen by Capcom. But that is pretty much it from the rumor mill, guys. What do you guys think about this, if this is the case? I'm not trying to disappoint you guys, but I'm also trying to keep you guys in the loop to be emotionally prepared. This would be a cool red herring by Capcom if it turns out to be 5 other characters, but the people that are doing the leaks and the rumors are pretty sold on this as well, that they feel that these tarot cards are indeed correct. So take it as you will, and I'll keep you guys posted until Capcom finally does reveal who these characters are. So till next time, guys, take care.